Manchester United then turn their attentions now to the League Cup midweek. Wednesday night we've got a game 8 o'clock against Middlesbrough at Old Trafford. Another decent looking tie on paper in the League Cup. Obviously a lot of people call it the Mickey Mouse Cup, but it'd be nice to see some more youngsters get a run out in this. Maybe one or two can get a run out. Now, the previous round, obviously, we beat Ipswich Town, who were at the moment languishing about 13th, but Middlesbrough are languishing 4th in the Championship. So this one's going to be a bit more difficult, I think, for Manchester United. They're challenging this year to get promoted to the Premier League, and they've just most recently beat Wolves away from home 3-1. Most notably, Stuart Downing getting a late goal there. They were actually trailing in that game, so. But 4th in the Championship, Manchester United obviously 4th in the Premier League, coming off the back of that 0-0 draw home to Manchester City. Disappointing, disappointing performance there and a result. But look ahead to this game. Hopefully we're going to see at least 2 or 3 youth players get a chance in this match. Now, I don't expect Louis Van Gaal's going to make wholesale changes like he did obviously last season against Milton Keynes, because he didn't against Ipswich. So I'd expect him to go with a lot of sort of squad players, the likes of Fellaini getting a run out, maybe Ashley Young, because I think Ashley Young is now almost ready to return to first team action. So I reckon he could get a run out. So how do I see us lining up in this game? Well, I think he will keep the tried and tested David De Gea in goal. I've got my doubts whether he'll put Romero in goal or Sam Johnston. I'm not sure which one he would go for. If he did, probably would go for Romero if he didn't put David De Gea in goal. But he's always gone with David De Gea when he's fit, and after that speculation in the summer. So I would expect him to stay in goal, and personally I probably would keep him in goal, because I think this is actually an opportunity for Manchester United this season to win a trophy. I know people are calling it the Mickey Mouse Cup, but it'll be nice to see some of the youngsters, the likes of Pereira, get a run to the final and win it, because it does give you that winning mentality. It was the first trophy that a lot of these Manchester United legends, the likes of Nemanja Vidic, Patrice Evra, and I think Wayne Rooney, won as Manchester United players. So it stands you in good stead. You get that winning feeling, you get that hunger for winning trophies, and you want to continue that and go on to win more trophies. So it can't do these youngsters no harm winning a trophy. With the likes of Martial, Memphis Depay, and obviously Pereira, it's a good opportunity for them to get a trophy this season, because I think the league's probably just a little bit out of our reach this season, especially with drawing that one at home to Manchester City. I think that's really one we could have really done with winning the home game. I mean, away from home, you would accept to draw at the Etihad, but I don't know. I think we should have really got the 3 points there. They were there for the taking, considering Sergio Aguero and obviously David Silva didn't play, so I think we're going to probably come up a little bit short there. I think the other two at the moment, Arsenal and Manchester City, are just a little bit better than us. It's a shame to say, but I think that's true. Unless obviously we improve, maybe dip into the transfer market, who knows? Maybe if one of them two I mean, if Arsenal are probably only a couple of injuries away from potentially having a bit of a problem there, because they haven't got too much cover, especially in that defensive midfield position. But who knows? So this is a great opportunity for some of the youngsters. As I said, David De Gea, I would definitely go for between the sticks. I mean, the likelihood of him getting injured is pretty remote, to be honest. And then the defence. Now, obviously, Darmian's going to have to play, I presume, at right back. I can't see him dipping into the under-21s to play someone else at right back. Valencia took an injury in that game against Manchester City, so I would presume it would be Darmian at right back. Then left back, probably continue with Rojo, but could also put Blind in there. I did want to said I wanted to see Blind in there a couple of weeks ago, purely because I wasn't sure what was up with Rojo. He's obviously had problems this season, maybe had a few disagreements with the manager in the past, but he seems to knuckle down, play very, very well against Manchester City, so it could be him or it could be Blind. And then obviously we'll have to see who plays in the centre of the defence. Probably Smalling will probably play him. I don't know, probably Jones again. Maybe Blind will come in for one of them too, but I think Mande's still out injured. and obviously we haven't got a great deal of options in them areas when we've got a few injured, and obviously Luke Shaw's still going to be out for the remainder of the season. So I would expect probably one change there, probably Blink coming in for one of them, and obviously Darmian coming in for Valencia. Now obviously going forward in the midfield, I would expect changes there. I would definitely be expecting a change from Schweinsteiger. I don't think he'll play this game. I think he'll sit out this game. I reckon it'll be Michael Carrick coming back into the team. Obviously we've got a fairly small squad this season, so I would expect a strong looking team. Probably Fellaini's going to be in there. Whether Fellaini goes at number 10 or plays a bit deeper. He played a bit deeper when he came on against Manchester City. Did get a few balls in the air and that. So obviously he's an option for playing long ball shit. But against these, I would definitely give him a run out. I mean, he's going to need some game time. Sometimes he's only coming in and off the bench. So he'll probably play at number 10 in place of Herrera. I think Herrera could do with missing this game because we've got a difficult looking game against Crystal Palace coming up at the weekend. Now I'll definitely take Wayne Rooney out the team as well. Needs to be taken out. Definitely should be playing every single game. He did play the game against Ipswich in the last round, but just come back from injury. So for this game, I'll definitely take him out. Now whether James Wilson plays or not, we'll have to wait and see. But if James Wilson plays for the under-21s or reserves, whatever you call it, then I would go for Martial up front. I think it would be nice to see him have a game through the middle again. Obviously with Wayne Rooney playing through the middle in the last about 3 games. But obviously if James Wilson doesn't play for the under-21s, then he's a good shout to play up front. But it does look like he's going to be going out on loan in January. So there's a good chance that Martial could play up front, because our striking options are still pretty limited, to be honest. We're an injury or so away from a problem there, because we've got quite a thin squad. But we'll have to wait and see. I would expect Jesse Lingard to get a run out in this game, as featured in the last few games, off and on. But obviously it would depend if he does. I can't see him playing for the under-21s because they play usually on a Monday night. I haven't checked their fixtures, and he's only just played for Manchester United, so he won't play in that game. So he should be refreshed for this game. So it'd be nice to see him start again. He's had a decent couple of weeks. Almost scored against Manchester City. I thought his future was going to be away from Manchester United, but he could. He's given him a couple of games, and I would expect him to come in for one matter. Now, obviously, Memphis Depay hasn't played a lot the last few games. I would expect him to probably come back in on maybe the other side. I don't know how Louis van Gaal's going to set up, but I would expect Memphis Depay to come in and play this game. Didn't feature at all against Manchester City. So a few youngsters would then get in the team. Hopefully we can see Memphis Depay, Jesse Lingard. Also, I forgot to mention Pereira. I would expect Pereira to be definitely in there as well. So we'll have to see where he fits in, whether he goes in on the wing or he goes into that number 10 role. But I'm not sure. He might play Memphis Depay, Jesse Lingard, and Pereira. But I don't know. One of them will obviously have to play in that number 10 role. Obviously Memphis Depay has played in that number 10 role, and so has Pereira. So we'll have to see where he fits them all in. But that could potentially be 3 sort of youngsters there. Plus you've got Martial could possibly play, so that could be about 4 youngsters getting a run in this team. I'm going to obviously go for a Manchester United win. I'm going to go for 2-0. I think we'll probably just get the job done, just like we've done against Ipswich, and move on to the next round. Hopefully then we'll get another decent home tie. Hopefully some of the big hitters will start getting out, and we can have a cup run, get these youngsters to Wembley. So it's been a while since we last got to Wembley, so come on Manchester United, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What sort of team would you go for in this game, and how do you see it going? How do you see Middlesbrough causing us problems? Like the video, also subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.